Formula One 2017. I'm Emerson Arn, and I'm here with Tyler, Marco, and Larry Arsenal, and they're driving for Sahara Force City. They're going head-to-head with the other 9 F1 teams. This week, we're at Spain. Last week, we were at Singapore. Tyler Marco made it a great points day and was able to bring it back within one race of Sebastian Vettel for the points title. Vettel did not score any points, and Marco got third place, bringing the points total now to 16 points. Larry Arsenal did not finish, looks to have a better finish here at Barcelona, Catalunya. Here at the lovely Spanish Grand Prix circuit. It's going to be a great day. 30 minutes of practice are slated to begin in just a few moments.
Oh damn, I forgot we actually have the hard compound this race.
Yeah. The only, track in this game?
No.
Are you sure?
I thought they were supposed to have it Britain. Oh wait, no. They did get rid of the hard
Told
tire.
you.
Yeah, they got it mid-season.
And then they brought it back.
Yeah, they brought like 15 compounds now. I don't know what the hell they're doing. And the track is now open for opening practice here at the lovely Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. Coming up in about an hour.
Look at quality. Mid-quality we're gonna have rain.
Great.
The race is cleared though. As expected in the series, because the series doesn't know what rain is.
My second season did. Ooh wee.
Oh yeah,
Did know what rain is or
test.
didn't?
It did.
We'll try hopefully to do one in 2018. Probably by what next year? Because everybody will finally have the game hopefully then.
I'm gonna have my chat up on my computer. So I'll be able to comment like that. Keep the charge on my phone at 100 because I don't want to keep it on the charger throughout the race. I don't want to lose that much here. Alright. The track is now open for opening practice. Sebastian Vettel's on an outlap. Down to 16 points is his point lead. He's trying to bring that back up. Felipe Massa as well, holding the high torch at Williams. He's trying to continue on with their only points of the season being his.
Oh, I think I forgot to put official time. Oop.
That's okay. May give it a different feeling.
I think it's random. So
The Patriots. Oh. The Patriots are up 37-20.
I figured out why the Eagles might
The
beat in so
Steelers
bad.
still going down.
Foles is hurt.
But Carson Wentz is their primary, so.
I'm just saying, he probably didn't go in. They probably put the third string in.
Yeah, I didn't even know who that guy was. I'm like, what?
Exactly.
Alright, so Sebastian Vettel, Felipe Massa on time laps now as Tyler Marco works an out lap.
Are the Steelers still getting their ass kicked?
Sorry, really? Last time I looked, it was 41-14, I think.
God damn it.
Steelers are, the Packers are up 48-28. Fourth quarter just started though.
Wait, Ben's not playing, is he? Because he got reported hand injury.
Yep.
I
Probably.
don't think they would play him in a preseason game anyway.
Oh.
If he did, it sounds like he'd be, get banged up easy.
You know it.
Whoever
That's why I'm
Dobbs
scared
is.
for the Lions. Stafford's 30-something already.
Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll on out laps. Can Lance Stroll find his first points of the season here?
Probably not.
Let's give him hope. Felipe
Give him hope.
Massa
He
at the
hasn't
top
been
of
able
the
to score in
charts,
16
a
races.
123.158.
I think the closest he
And
got
Sebastian
was the
Vettel
last
on
race
the
in 11.
hards, a 123.736. The first time and the last time you will hear the hard compound being used all season.
Or actually ever in a co-op.
What?
No,
Well,
next season.
They have hards?
Yes.
They have super hards now.
Oh, that's right. RIP. If we do it with Larry.
I already said I'd
Can
do
you
it.
just imagine? Kimi Räikkönen is now going on to the super hards.
So Larry, will we finish that co-op before the next game?
How many races do we have? Like 25?
Something like
24.
Yeah, we should.
that. We should. If we
I don't
can't
see
win to
why we
finish
won't.
one co-op, Larry.
I don't see why we won't.
Tyler Markle top of the charts, a 123.064 on the hards.
Yeah.
Premise.
Fucking Premise. So Premise, why were you blowing in the mic?
Hmm?
Hmm?
I don't know what happened.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody now. I'll mute you later, Primus. He said, he said, I don't know what happened. One thing I was watching the race, next thing I know, Johnny Sauter was in victory lane.
So yeah, he fell asleep. I'm surprised you fell asleep in that race. That one's pretty entertaining.
Best race of the weekend. Probably.
I don't know, I think we can see a good finish in next 100 tomorrow. Kyle Busch and Larson are in it. And see Kyle Busch edge out Larson again.
I'm waiting for that one time that Larson gets the edge on Bush.
Hopefully it's in the Cup Series this weekend. But Larson thinks it's not going to just be Harvick and them all up there. He thinks it's going to be young guys up there this
I have to
weekend.
go back to the drawing board.
For what?
Larry Arsenault, a
My front wing
125.641 on the hards.
I'm slower than Stroll on the frickin' mediums. I gotta go back to the drawing board.
You better go back to the drawing board.
I do not need to be another lost cause in another practice session.
It's okay, every time you're a lost cause, you do good in the race. Honestly, I take it.
I know I can be faster, it's just...
Valtteri
right now,
Bottas
I'm
outdoes
losing the
Romain
rear end a
Grosjean on
lot.
top of the charts, a 122.579 for Valtteri Bottas on the mediums, Romain Grosjean a 22.780, Tyler Markle 22.970, Romain Grosjean a 0 place grid penalty for his collision with Lewis Hamilton. There's a caution in sector 1.
What is Hamilton doing?
Hamilton's having the time of his life right now. On board of Lewis Hamilton under heavy attack. There's some issues going on with that Mercedes in practice, and there's a huge group of cars now, and Hamilton letting Bottas by it. It's not looking good for this Mercedes. I don't know what's happening.
I think he's on a lap, just trying to let people that are, you know, on a good lap going right now by. It's not
So
good, that
many
good for him.
people. So Kevin Magnussen, top of the charts, a 122.243 on the soft compound. Valtteri Bottas second, Romain Grosjean third, Tyler Markle fourth, and Fernando Alonso in fifth. Soft, medium, medium, hard, and hard. And Larry Arsenault having the time of his life, a 124.839, and goes off the racetrack there in sector 3. Now Arsenault,
oh shit, there's rain in the end of practice. Yeah.
trying to clean off his tires. 20 minutes remaining here in the opening practice session, and rain is threatening.
So I gotta look at this. How much time till rain? Or am I just over exaggerating this crap? I might be over exaggerating, but it's not rain. No, it's kidding.
Lance Stroll is outdoing Max Verstappen, but Verstappen had a gaggle of cars to deal with and still does. Bottas, Grosjean, and Hamilton behind him. On board with Max Verstappen now, looking back at Bottas, Grosjean, and Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Max Verstappen, a 123.971, sends him 10th quickest.
Weather report. Weather report. God damn it. Weather report. Alright, never mind, no rain expected. Unless it was still on my qualifying thing when I went in there.
Lance Stroll in 12th position right now. Tyler
Your
Markle's
mic's
on the
cutting out,
out lap
Emerson.
on the mediums. Daniel Kvyat goes 5th quickest, a 122.867. Marcus Ericsson second quickest, a 122.417. On board Tyler Markle, he heads down into turn 1. That's the elf. And through turn 2. Going to the long right-hander of turn 3. This is the Renault corner. This is way down into Repsol, turn 4. This way down to Seat, turn 5. Heads down the straightaway through turn 6 on his way up to turn 7. That is Worth corner. Now through 8, up the hill, takes the right-hander of 9. This is a DRS straight. Through Campasa. And now through La Gaixa. Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Alright. Works his way through turn 12 now, on his way down to turn 13. Europe car. In the 14 and the 15 to the chicane, and Catalunya turn 16. Tyler Markle goes slow on his lap by a 10th, a 122.970 on the hards, but has not set a lap faster than that on the mediums. Let's see something better out of Tyler Markle as he works his way through turn 3 again. And going wide through turn 3, this is not what he wants to see.
Damn.
The medium's little grip for Tyler Markle. He's going really wide, really pushing the car as he works his way through 4 on his way down to 5. Now Markle working his way through turn 12. To the start finish line, Markle goes second quickest, a 1:22.300 by Tyler Markle. Right now, 16 drivers have set lap times. Kevin Magnussen top of the charts, a 1:22.243 on the softs. Tyler Markle second, a 1:22.300 on the mediums. Marcus Ericsson in third on the softs. Raikkonen fourth. Valtteri Bottas fifth. Roman Grosjean sixth. Daniel Kvyat seventh. Those four drivers on the mediums. Fernando Alonso, the fastest driver on the hards, in eighth. Lewis Hamilton ninth, and Felipe Massa is 10th. Max Verstappen is 11th. Felipe Massa is 11th, Max Verstappen is 12th, Pascal Wehrlein is 13th, Sebastian Vettel is 14th, Carlos Sainz is 15th, Larry Arsenal is 16th, and Lance Stroll is 17th. Tyler Markle goes wide through turn 14, that was 14. On board of Lewis Hamilton on the hards. On board Larry Arsenal on the softs, looking to put it top of the charts. Can he do it? He's on an out lap right now. Arsenal working his way through turn 4. Check back in with him in a second. Lance Stroll back into the pit lane. Stoffel Van Dorn working a lap right now along with Nico Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg on the softs, looking to go top of the charts. And he do it. Riding on board Nico Hülkenberg. Nico Hülkenberg into turn 9 and grabbing DRS as he exits the corner. Nico Hülkenberg will be the last driver to set a lap time with just under 12 minutes remaining. Or just over, my bad. When he comes by the start finish line this time by. And Nico Hülkenberg top of the charts, a 1:21.890. What a lap from Nico Hülkenberg. So Hülkenberg top of the charts. Kevin Magnussen is second. Tyler Markle's on the softs right now and third. He's looking to put it top of the charts. He's on an out lap. Marcus Ericsson is fourth. These are all interesting names to see top of the charts, but they are all the only drivers to have set lap times on the softs thus far. Kimi Raikkonen in fifth, Valtteri Bottas sixth, Daniel Ricciardo seventh, Romain Grosjean eighth, Daniel Kvyat ninth, and Fernando Alonso 10th. Your championship contenders, Tyler Markle and Sebastian Vettel. Tyler Markle working to set a lap time on the softs, and Vettel's only set a lap time on the hards, and he's in 12th. Larry Arsenal goes 5th quickest on the softs, a 1:22.478, and let's watch Tyler Markle at work. You can see he gets 8th gear all the way into turn 1, brings it down to 4th gear through 1, up to 5th on the exit of 2, and through 6, then 6th gear through turn 3. Gonna keep the speed about half throttle through turn 3 into turn 4 now. He sees teammate Larry Arsenal in the distance, brings it down to fourth gear. Arsenal off the track, almost comes up in front of his teammate. Gave him a scare. Down to third gear into turn 5. Down to hill, rock 6 gear through 6 and into 7. He's gonna drop it back down to 4th gear. You turn 8, gets up to 5th gear. Up to turn 9, it's almost a flat out corner in 6th gear. DRS straightaway going back up to 8th gear as he heads down into the tightest corner on the track. Turn 10, very tight corner on this entire F1 circuit. Up to turn 11, up into 4th gear. 5th gear heads into turn 12, back down to 4th gear on the exit. Out of turn 12, brings it wide and into the chicane of turn 13. Drops it down to 4th gear through 14. Brings it down to 3rd gear and through 15. Keeps it in 3rd gear. On the exit of 13, brings it back up to 4th, up to 5th gear. 6th gear through turn 16. And that's going to complete a lap around Circuit of Barcelona, Catalunya. And you know what lap that was? That was the fastest lap of the session. A 1:21.873 for Tyler Markle. So the top 5 times are on the soft compound tire. Then we have 6th through 10th on the mediums. Fernando Alonso on the hards. Pascal Wehrlein 12th on the mediums. Vettel and Hamilton 13th and 14th on the hards. And then Verstappen, Massa, Palmer on the mediums. Sainz, Van Dorn on the hards. And Lance Stroll on the mediums. That is your entire field. See Tyler Markle into turn 10 now. Nico Hulkenberg second on the charts. A very interesting driver to see up there. Kevin Magnussen on the hards now. Arsenal, something's wrong with Arsenal. He's paused right now. Valtteri Bottas going out on the soft tires. Tyler Markle at 1:21.431. That's another fastest lap for Tyler Markle. 4/10 faster than Nico Hulkenberg. Markle gets into the dirt coming through turn 8. It's a weird spot to go off the track. You don't really see anybody going off the track in turn 8, but Tyler Markle managed to do that. Really pushing though. Welcome everybody to the F1 Co-op Career broadcast. Race 16 of 24. Tyler Markle back 16 points of points leader Sebastian Vettel. Tyler Markle has been trying to cut that point lead down as much as he could, and this may be the race he takes over the point lead. Depends on what results Sebastian Vettel can bring. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in opening practice at the lovely Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. So let's talk about this track. I feel like the FIA chooses this track for testing for Formula One, not only because it's in Europe and it's kind of accessible to all the teams, but because Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya is a very versatile circuit. It has many straights and many different types of corners, long, winding, long corners, and some very tight corners. So a testing session at this track is not out of the picture. I mean, they do this every year, and I think that's the reason why. I mean, let's talk about this track. There's a few overtaking points. You know, obviously turn 1, if you're on the inside or the outside, they're both pretty difficult. But if you're on the outside braking, or if you're on the outside trying to overtake somebody into turn 1, you have the advantage through turn 2, because turn 2 is a left-hander, and if you're on the outside of turn 1, you're on the right side. From turn 1 to 2, if you're on the outside on overtaking, you have the advantage through turn 2. Now, depending on the way you brake. Another great passing opportunity is turn 10 at the end of the second DRS straight. Turn 10, one of the tightest corners on the circuit, but very easy for a driver to make a mistake. Very good opportunity to take advantage of somebody. So Turn 1 is a great opportunity to overtake. Turn 5 as well is a great opportunity to overtake. Well, probably not the greatest, but it is a decent opportunity to overtake because the corner is in a braking zone. If you can outbrake somebody to turn 5, it's I don't know. Turn 5 is kind of controversial when it comes to overtaking, but it's possible. You have turn 10, obviously one of the tightest corners I just said at the end of the DRS straight. You have turn 13, entering the chicane. It's a braking zone that you have to be perfect through, and if you make a mistake, it's easily somebody else's advantage. Turn 7 as well is another great opportunity to make an overtake, but you have to remember, overtaking into turn 7, you have to be quick on your feet because turn 7 and 8 is an uphill chicane, one of the most difficult types of corners in racing. It's uphill and a chicane. I mean, overtaking to turn 7 is possible, but very ill-advised, but definitely possible. Especially if it's towards the end. Alright, now looking at your practice charts, Tyler Markle top of the charts, a 121.431. Valtteri Bottas is second. Carlos Sainz is third. Nico Hulkenberg is fourth. All four of those drivers are in the 121 bracket. Kevin Magnussen is fifth. Marcus Ericsson is sixth. Larry Arsenal in 7th. All 7 of those drivers are on the soft compound. Kimi Räikkönen is 8th. Romain Grosjean is 9th. Daniel Ricciardo is 10th. Daniel Kvyat is 11th. Those drivers are on the mediums. Fernando Alonso is 12th. He is on the hards. Pascal Wehrlein is 13th. He's on the mediums. Sebastian Vettel is 14th. Lewis Hamilton is 15th. They both set times on the hards. Lewis Hamilton's currently on the track right now on the soft, so he may be breaking into that top 7. Max Verstappen is 16th on the mediums, along with Felipe Massa in 17th, and Jolyon Palmer in 18th. Stoffel Vandoorne is 19th on the hards, and Lance Stroll is 20th on the mediums. He's on a lap on the an out lap on the softs as we speak, with just under 1 minute remaining here in opening practice at the lovely Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. On board of Lewis Hamilton now. It's going to be Lewis Hamilton's one and only lap on the soft compound tire. It's going to be real interesting to see what Lewis Hamilton can do on this tire, because this is going to be the tire that speaks all sorts of messages to the rest of the grid come race time. So we are not looking to break any records here. I mean, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, the race record is a 118.441 by Daniel Ricciardo back in the race in 2018.
With faster cars.
You think these cars are faster because they have a better aerodynamic advantage with no halo.
Better engines.
Lewis Hamilton being held up by Marcus Ericsson this lap is nothing to write home about, but it'll put him 5th on the charts. So Tyler Markle will win opening practice here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya.
Roman's got a 5-place grid.
He did hit Lewis Hamilton. Can't show that. I showed that a lot. Dang. Anyway, the track is now open for qualifying. Hey Jay, welcome. The track's now open for qualifying. This is 18 minutes for all 20 of these drivers to look who can get into the top 15. The top 15 advance on to Q2.
Looks like with about 7 minutes left in the quali is when the rain's coming. And then Q2 is probably going to be a downpour.
Oof.
Q3 is definitely going to be a downpour.
So we get to pick whatever tires we want.
Well, yeah, because I'd say it's a safe bet that we're going to be at least on the intermediates in Q2. Q3 is likely going to be heavies.
Some team communication between the drivers of the Sahara Force India team.
Because it says 10 minutes light rain, and then it's going to continue light rain for another 10, and then 20 minutes in is when it's going to start downpouring, and then it doesn't lighten up until 90 minutes from now, which is the race.
How about the show Brett Sweet put on in the Knoxville Nationals? I was not able to see it.
That was an awesome show. That was really awesome.
Alright.
He put on a clinic.
So coming out of turn 16, Romain Grosjean will take the green flag in Q1.
Hey Emerson, look at this. I went out the track to let them go by, and they still slow down. Like, I took the cutoff lane, and nobody went by me. Watch this, look at this shit. Okay, well, now you guys go, okay. They learned. They finally learned.
It's a miracle.
I'm amazed.
Riding around with Romain Grosjean now. Grosjean out of turn 9 that picks up the DRS.
Oh, here we go. Are you on track, Larry?
Yes, I'm in turn 1.
Okay. You're a white dot, not a yellow one.
8 days until F1 2018, that is correct.
8 days?
Yeah, the 24th.
Oh my god.
It's the 16th, Larry.
Romain Grosjean will come to the start-finish line for a
It's the 17th right now.
121.440 for Romain Grosjean.
About.
Sebastian Vettel second quickest, a 121.796, and that's on the mediums. But you know what? Fernando Alonso top of the charts, a 121.118. Can anybody top that? Lance Stroll goes fourth quickest, a 122.639. So 4 times have been set already. Already got it pre-ordered and paid off. That's great to hear. I probably will not be getting it until October, to be honest.
I'm gonna try to get it, hopefully in release, but no guarantees.
Tyler Markle top of the charts, a 120.388. Lewis Hamilton second fastest,
Why
a
you pause, Larry?
121.047.
Larry. Lars.
It's because he's not here.
We're just talking.
Maybe you have to do something.
Well then.
Oh, he's spamming me with invites to a party. That is lovely.
Who?
Don't even know. Right now, Tyler Merkel top of the charts, a 120.388. Lewis Hamilton second quickest. Fernando Alonso third. Romain Grosjean fourth. Carlos Sainz fifth. Sebastian Vettel on the mediums in sixth. Felipe Massa seventh. Julian Palmer eighth. And Lance Stroll ninth. Nico Hulkenberg
Larry,
is
if
going to
you're
be
here
the
and you want
10th
me to do a
driver.
lap, you're
Put
coming
a
up to
time.
the end.
Nico Hulkenberg is fourth quickest. Daniel
And
Kvyat
it's raining,
is seventh
Larry.
quickest. Larry
Rip
Arsenal,
Larry.
one and only lap is going to be done by the AI.
Just rip Larry. It's gonna be raining, Larry. Good luck.
A 128.862 for Larry Arsenal. He will not get a lap in. And you know what, boys? With that being said, and these drivers not being able to get a good lap in, Lance Stroll may advance into round 2.
Can he do good in the wets?
All he has to do is not crash out. And everybody else, here comes Kimi Räikkönen, he's coming around to end an out lap. Kimi Räikkönen starting a timed lap. Kevin Magnussen as well.
They still might be okay.
And Lance Stroll may be in the clear. Larry Arsenault's the one who might have to worry. But even that time maybe might hold up. Depends how,
Even okay.
yeah, it depends on how slow these drivers are.
Where's Larry? Still not here. Hopefully Larry's okay.
So right now, Kevin Magnussen, Kimi Räikkönen working laps right now. Stoffel Vandoorne's on an out lap, and he's on the inters. Stoffel Vandoorne is on the intermediates. Kimi Räikkönen's on the mediums. Can he make it back around the racetrack? Kevin Magnussen's on the softs. Do these tires have what it takes to set a lap faster than a 128? This is very interesting. Troy is planning a mass hijacking of my race. Fear him.
Who?
Troy.
Yeah, but who said that?
He said fear him.
Uh,
He said he's planning a mass hijacking.
yeah, have fun. It's on invite only.
So here comes Kevin Magnussen to the start finish line.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Your time may
But you
hold
might
up.
be fine. You might
Kevin
be fine.
Magnussen said a 140.044. Kimi
Yeah,
Räikkönen to the
same.
start
I
finish line a
We were having TV problems, so I had to go
140.867.
out and try to fix it.
Stoffel Vandoorne's on a
But Larry, you
time
might be
lap on
fine.
the
Your
inters.
AI set one out of drive. So you might be fine. You might be lucky.
I hope so. What do I have to hold? 15th?
Yeah.
Of course.
No, 12th right now.
Yeah, but I can't fall below 15.
Yeah, but still for Ricardo, Ericsson, Verstappen, Bottas, and Verlaine all haven't
Did
set a
not
lap.
set lap times. Van Dorn setting a time right now, and he's being held up by Raikkonen, which is even worse.
And Kimi set a time, but it's on dries.
Ericsson's on the inters, Verstappen's on the inters, Bottas is on the inters, and Verlaine's on the inters. Everybody who has not yet to set a time is on the inters.
Your AI set a 128.8. Kevin and Kimi both set 140s.
And Lance Stroll may advance. I don't see any reason for anybody anybody who set a time on the softs, I don't see a reason for them to go back out on the inters.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna bring in these.
I'm watching stuff right
this
now.
thing in, and I'm just gonna let it do its thing.
He said he'll DDoS us.
Sit and... Huh?
Troy will DDoS us, is what he's saying.
Of course he will. He's trying. What else is he good for?
I'm sure he's kidding.
Oh, stop! I got held up by
He's been held up all lap.
Oh my God, Magnussen! What the?
So Van Dorn's gonna come around and set a lap time.
It's gonna be faster than theirs though.
A 1:37.833.
Alright, now I'm gonna watch him again because I doubt he'll go in.
We're gonna watch Ricardo's on a fast one, Ericsson's on a fast one, Verstappen to the start finish line, a 1:34.675. It's gonna be close for Larry Arsenault. Daniel Ricciardo. Pascal Wehrlein goes 14th quickest, a 1:34.725.
I would worry about the McLaren.
Bottas.
I'm extremely worried.
Here comes Marcus Ericsson.
But then again,
Ericsson goes 15th quickest, a 1:34.958. I don't see them gaining 6 seconds. 6
they
seconds.
have to gain on me.
Right now,
Yeah,
Verstappen is 6 seconds behind you, and he's the fastest on the inters.
Yeah, but Ricardo's setting the fastest pace.
But it's not going to be anywhere close to that. It'll be a 1:34.407 for Daniel Ricciardo. And Valtteri Bottas is coming to the start finish line with a 1:34.514. Guys, Lance Stroll has advanced to Q2, is what it seems like.
6 seconds faster than me, but then again, my lap was strictly an AI because I was doing computer TV maintenance.
Troy's calling the SWAT.
1:34.7.
So, what a beautiful time for Larry Arsenault. He didn't even get to set the time himself. The car was an autopilot, and it qualifies 12th out of 20 because it was a time set at the very last possible moment on the dries. What an insane turn of events. Let's go ahead and review this with just over 6.5 minutes remaining. Hamilton and Grosjean, they're on outlaps, and I don't see why. I don't see why Grosjean and Hamilton are going back out. They're on the inters, but they're not proof on their time. This is not really a good idea. Let's go ahead and review. Tyler Markle, a 120.388. That's top of the charts. Lewis Hamilton, a 121.047. That's second. Fernando Alonso in third. Nico Hülkenberg in fourth. Romain Grosjean in fifth. Carlos Sainz in sixth. Daniel Kvyat is in seventh. Sebastian Vettel set a time on the mediums in eighth. That's a 121.714. Felipe Massa in ninth. Jolyon Palmer in 10th. Lance Stroll in 11th. And Larry Arsenault in 12th are the only time set in the dry. But then we get the time set in the wet. 6 seconds lower than Larry Arsenault. And 12 seconds lower than Lance Stroll. Daniel Ricciardo, a 1:34.407 and 13th. Look, the battle is between the guys on the inters. That's the battle. Who's the best in the wet? Because everybody who set a time in the dry is advancing to Q2. So Daniel Ricciardo's 13th. Max Verstappen's 14th. Valtteri Bottas is 15th. They are advancing at the moment. Pascal Wehrlein is 16th. Stoffel Van Dorn is 17th. Marcus Ericsson is 18th. Kevin Magnussen is 19th. And Kimi Räikkönen is 20th. They are not advancing at the moment.
Well, we are 10 minutes away from heavy rain.
Yep,
What
so
an
I'm beginning the next
insane
round.
turn of events. Who advances out of the guys on the wet? Because everybody's going to be in the pit lane except Grosjean and Hamilton, and they're advanced. I don't know why they're out here running laps on the inters. Maybe for practice.
Maybe see what it's like.
That's it though. It's not even going to happen in the race. Maybe it's practice for the second round.
134.4.
Here comes
for
Hamilton. Or no, that's Bottas. Grosjean, they said a 134.
134.0 for Hamilton.
Yeah, so he's fast in the
Alright, I'm
wet.
watching Fernando's coming out.
This is
Stroll's coming out.
I don't understand. Vettel's coming out. Sainz is coming out. Stroll's advanced.
Stroll.
That's the last thing I think I'd ever say. But the rain came at the perfect
So
time.
wait, is this the race that Stroll gets points?
Is it?
No, because it's in the dry.
He's
It is
just,
in the dry.
but he's just outside of points. At the start of the race, he will be just outside of points. Let's say the early safety car happens and strategy gets all messed up, then Stroll's on a perfect race, not winning strategy, but maybe the race winning strategy just not fast enough for the race winning.
But wait, race winning for him as in, you know, points.
Well, race winning strategy, no, he could be on the race winning strategy, but he just doesn't have the power. Is what it seems like.
I don't know, I thought for like this year of the game that he would have been a little bit better though. Other than like wrecking.
This is a very interesting session, and it's drawing to a close. And the battle is going to be the drivers from 13th
AI
to
is gonna
20th.
start coming out soon.
When does Kimi Räikkönen and Kevin Magnussen come back out? Because they have to. They don't have a chance unless they come out. So the most important battle is, does Magnussen
Wait,
and Räikkönen excel?
Palmer's coming
than
out, but
others?
he's 10th. Oh wait, here
he-
comes Kevin.
Kevin Magnussen, he's going to be one of the important ones here. Can he advance?
And Kimmy's coming.
Those are the two important ones. Can they advance on the inters? Who can outdo who?
Verstappen's coming. Stoffel's
Wehrlein.
coming. Marcus, yep, they're all coming.
Yep, here comes everybody, and now it's going to be the influx of lap times. I'm confused on why the drivers who set times on
If
the
they can all make it.
if the drivers who set times on the dries, I don't see why they are running other laps other than getting practice for maybe the second session. The drivers who do need to set laps are Ricciardo, Verstappen, Bottas, Wehrlein, Van Dorn, Ericsson, Magnussen, and Räikkönen. 7 of those 8 drivers are on the track right now.
Who's that?
Next thing you know, they
Valtteri
start
Bottas.
setting times that close to like the freaking.
Oh, here comes Valtteri Bottas. He's coming out, but will he have enough time? It's going to be really close for Valtteri Bottas. There's a minute and 33 seconds remaining, and he's coming through turn 2 right now. It's going to be extremely close
He's
for
gonna be
Valtteri.
close for him.
It's close. Everybody else, Pascal Wehrlein is, I believe, the
We
first
ain't gonna see
driver.
the end of the laps anyways.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because Larry's not in track, right?
Yep.
No.
I'm not either, so I'm
One
just gonna
time
watch
that I
Magnus
don't
until
need
it
to
ends.
be on track, I'm not. But usually when I don't need to be on track, I'm always on track.
I don't see why everybody else is on the track besides the bottom 8. So comes Pascal Wehrlein. He's the first driver to start their second lap time on the
Magnussen.
inters. Magnussen set up. That
He's,
is Kevin Magnussen.
oh, you're talking about second time, but he's on the lap.
Yeah, Kevin Magnussen is going to be the driver to set his first time on the intermediates. Does Magnussen and Räikkönen have what it takes to qualify the others in the rain? I believe Räikkönen may.
Slower
Magnussen's going to
sector
be
one for
questionable.
him.
For Magnussen?
Yep.
And Valtteri Bottas, does he make it? He's coming through the chicane right now. He probably will make it. Coming to the final corner, Valtteri Bottas. He's on the bubble. Riding on board Valtteri Bottas. He starts the lap with 7 seconds remaining. the session's going to end. Who advances? Valtteri Bottas will.
Kimi, Pascal, Stoffel, Magnussen, Ericsson all out. Both Red
Wow.
Bulls and the Mercedes made it.
Kevin Magnussen, Marcus Ericsson, Stoffel, Van Dorn, Pascal, Verlaine, and Kimi Räikkönen all out here in Q1 at the wrong time. Rain started falling. Räikkönen barely missed by 17 one-thousandths of a second. Unbelievable. So here's Q2. Q2 is in the wet. What's gonna happen here?
Oh, it's heavy. Oh, lordy, lordy.
Yep. Valtteri Bottas' team is breaking out the heavies.
Oh, damn.
Hoo-wee! What is this session going to bring? Because Lance Stroll is in it. Does Lance Stroll do better in the rain since his car is usually slow on the dries? We will see. Carlos Sainz is the first driver out on the racetrack. Unbelievable. It's going to be interesting to see what Lance Stroll does. Can Lance Stroll make it to Q3?
Isn't this his first time going all the way to Q2?
This is his first time going to Q2. Who knows? Is this the race? Lance Stroll gets points.
I think it was last week he got 11, so maybe he's on an uphill right now.
He's on an uphill at the moment, yeah, on race results.
I think, I don't know. But
He did get, I think, 12. Carlos Sainz comes out of the final corner. It's time to see qualifying into heavy wets. Q2 is green. Carlos Sainz working his way through turn 1 right now, and now into 2. It's been a while since we've seen heavy wets being broken out. Can we recall the last time we had heavy wets? I know we had it once this season. I forget where.
I thought we had enters.
I thought we
Maybe
had
not
him once
heavies.
at Britain.
I believe it was Britain, yeah.
It was either Britain or Spa.
Spa did not have any rain tires. It was raining all race though. Believe it was Britain. So right now everybody but Daniel Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel, Lance Stroll, and Max Verstappen are on the track as we speak. Lance Stroll, very wise of him to wait for a clearer track. This is the first time both Williams drivers have made it to Q2. And here comes Carlos Sainz to the start-finish line. His lap time will be I don't even know what to expect, but it'll be a 136.045 for Carlos Sainz. Up next should be Valtteri Bottas, goes top of the charts, a 135.935.
Oh, I got the Williams in front of me.
Nico Hülkenberg, top of the charts, a 135.916. Romain Grosjean
And Stroll
third,
is parking the bus.
a 135.995.
And he's just stopped.
Tyler
in the middle
Markle,
of the
a
racing line.
134.493.
Stroll
Daniel-
just killed my lap.
Daniel Kvyat, a 136.854 in 7th. That puts Lewis Hamilton second, a 135.618. Jolene Palmer seventh, a 136.514.
Mm. Hmm.
Here comes Fernando Alonso. He's going to go third quickest, a 135.641. Felipe Massa, 10th quickest. Arsenal outdoes him, a 137.145 for Arsenal, a 137.881 for Massa. Ricardo and Vettel have not gone out onto the track as of yet. Lance Stroll and Max Verstappen are working laps as we speak. We're right on board of Lance Stroll.
I think that's the first time you've ever said that.
In qualifying too, yes it is. Maybe in
Oh,
general.
I didn't think you ever rode on board with Lance Stroll.
We
Usually
did.
just-
We did at Britain because of the queue. The queue of cars at Britain, we rode on board of Lance Stroll. Sebastian Vettel's on an out lap. This is make or break for Lance Stroll. Does he make it to Q3? It's a miracle he will be starting ahead of more than one driver.
Alright.
It's now his chance to say he's going to start in front of at least 10. Arsenault and teammate Massa are right in front of Lance Stroll. This may be bad. Lance Stroll trying to make it into Q3
Yeah.
and he's going to be held up. Lance Stroll does not pick up the gas.
Teammate Larry, what's wrong?
What?
Here comes Lance Stroll. Stroll to the start finish line. It'll be a 137.114. Outdoes Larry Arsenault. But right now, out just outside the top 10.
He beat his teammate.
He beat his teammate, which that's number 1. He beat one of the Force Indias,
Okay.
but he's just outside the top 10.
Larry, you there? Nope. Talking to someone.
Yep, I'm good now.
Hey, you got beat by Stroll.
Alright.
Alright.
Is this the race? Lance Stroll gets points.
No, I'm not disappointed because I know where I'm faster than him because he parks the bus
You got held up
coming
too.
into 5.
He did get held up by you.
Well, I mean, to be fair to him, I was paused.
Yeah, but the
Like an
AI,
AI knows that.
artificial intelligence, man, they don't know when somebody's paused.
Watching Vettel's lap right now.
Sebastian
Now,
Vettel.
the unfortunate thing is I'm going to get held up by him unless I get a really lucky run.
By who?
Stroll.
They just keep holding each other up. They keep parking the bus for
No.
each other. It's like they're best friends,
Oh, well.
messing each other's laps up.
No, I was looking at the time though of
Stroll! Oh my... Oh,
possible enters at the end of the session.
now Stroll is my best friend.
So what happened? Stroll's in round 2. It's because he set a time on the dries, and that's when 12 of the 20 drivers had set times, and it started raining. Stroll was 11th,
And here comes
and
Vettel
everybody
to
behind Stroll had to set times on the
line.
intermediates. Sebastian Vettel goes second,
Second.
quickest, a 135.415, puts Stroll to 12.
And
Daniel Ricciardo.
starts a lap.
If I don't get out of the top or the bottom 5 with this lap, I'm going to be extremely disappointed in myself.
Larry Arsenal is tracking into green by 2/10. But you have 6 laps of gas. What?
I never changed the gas.
Good job, Blair.
This is pitiful. I pity the fuel.
Well, I mean, I didn't
And
dare
a
to
fool.
go low, or as low as I typically go because of the rain, and I don't know what my rain pace is. So I kind of wanted that little buffer zone.
Yeah,
You're trying
buffer
to
zone
use more
was 6
fuel, I guess.
laps. Can you even do 6 laps in the rain at this rate?
Guess we'll find
Daniel
out.
Ricciardo goes 5th. That puts Carlos Sainz on the bubble. Verstappen, Palmer,
They're
Kvyat,
going
Stroll, and
late.
Massa are out. Arsenal goes
Oh.
2nd quickest.
Okay.
A 1:35.043 for Larry Arsenal. So Carlos Sainz is on the bubble. Romain Grosjean's
He's
on
on
the
the
bubble.
outlap.
They're on out laps.
So Inter's next on there.
Did you say
Maybe
enters?
dry. Yep, maybe dry. At the end.
Well, I mean, I feel safe enough that I can bring it in and not have to worry about getting eliminated.
I'm just waiting to see what happens if it hits like 3 minutes and it goes to like 1 drop of rain.
It feels like, or looks like it's letting up, but it's still coming down at a good pace.
Sign starts his lap now.
Actually, scratch that. It's not really letting up.
So Carlos Sainz is on a lap as we speak, along with Romain Grosjean. Daniel Kvyat is on an out lap. He's in the bottom 5.
So yeah, it looks like Q3 is going to be on the
Science to
because they
7th.
said light rain in 5 minutes.
Roman the 5th.
Romain Grosjean gets himself out of the bottom 5, putting Valtteri Bottas on the bubble. And Bottas, Verstappen, Palmer, Stroll, Massa on outlaps. Lance Stroll under pressure, and it's for his first time. It's to get a lap into Q3. You see the rooster tails flying off of each of these cars. Kimi Räikkönen did get screwed in Q1. Hey Jaden, welcome. Alonso in his home race is right now sat 4th in Q2.
Rival.
Like rival.
Daniel Kvyat to the start finish line runs
Ooh,
slower
never gonna
by
forgive
8
him.
tenths.
He will not be forgiven once I went back and watched the replay.
Scholl is now on a lap.
Yep, Scholl setting a lap along with teammate Felipe Massa. Valtteri Bottas tracks into red, does not improve. We're not going to get to see it, but we're going to ride on board of Lance Stroll to see does he advance into Q3. The moment of truth, and we find out in 20 seconds.
Or does he get his... I mean, he's already got his best quality position, so...
The Williams are still last in the session. Sad face.
Lance Stroll does not advance to Q3.
I think he got 15 too.
He got 14.
14th.
Oh, 14?
I was riding on board of him.
Give me it. God damn it.
Felipe Massa was close,
Kvyat
but no
forever
cigar.
proving why he deserved to be demoted.
Carlos Sainz does not advance in his home Grand Prix. Neither does Felipe Massa, Daniel Kvyat, Jolyon Palmer. Oh, Jolyon Palmer. Yeah, Jolyon Palmer and Lance Stroll. So Q3 begins now. Who will start on the pole for the Spanish Grand Prix? Sucks that Alonso's retired. Maybe he'll go to IndyCar though. That is the rumor.
That's the more possibility,
That's the rumor.
I think.
So,
But I mean, I really don't... I can't blame him for leaving
So-
F1.
this is going to be maybe a grab bag of tires. We're going to see maybe some drivers go on to Inters and some drivers go on to Wets. Right now, even the leaderboard shows Ricardo, Vettel, and Hamilton slated for the Wets. Now Hamilton on onto the Inters. You see Grosjean, Markle, Alonso, Hulkenberg on outlaps. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. Valtteri Bottas. Max Verstappen. And Daniel Ricciardo. So here we go. Romain Grosjean coming into the final four corners, turn 13, turn 14. Now riding through turn 15 and on his way to Catalunya, turn 16. Romain Grosjean, with 10 minutes into session, is going to come to the start finish line and take the green flag. This one's in Inters. Q3 is green.
As Emerson does a Marty Reed impersonation.
I did.
Yes, because when Marty Reed used to call for NASCAR, he would he would be like, and the whatever 500 is green.
Yes. A lot of people do that.
Really, I haven't heard Marty Reed ever do that. But then again, I don't really watch many sports live other than NASCAR and F1 when I can.
Yes, and that's exactly why everybody thinks he's going to IndyCar. Everybody's on a time lap now except Sebastian Vettel. He's on an out lap. Here comes Romain Grosjean down DRS straight.
Wait, why does everybody think he's going to IndyCar?
It was the
that's where
first
he
time in a
last
long.
raced.
It was the first time in a long time he was actually competitive.
Yeah, too.
I think that's exactly the reason.
It's either that or he goes to endurance.
Here comes
I'd say
Romain.
it's still 50-50 between the two, but I'd say
think
at
he
the
goes to
very
IndyCar
least
first.
he's going to attempt the Indy 500, whether he goes IndyCar or stays in
And
WEC.
Romain Grosjean, a 134.626. Fernando Alonso on the subject, a 134.495. Nico Hulkenberg at 134.761. Tyler Markle top of the charts at 133.174. Valtteri Bottas second quickest, a 134.492. Max Verstappen goes fourth quickest, a 134.525. Lewis Hamilton goes second quickest, a 134.142. And Daniel Ricciardo goes third quickest, a 134.275. Larry Arsenault goes third quickest, a 134.158. And then now comes down to Sebastian Vettel working his way through the chicane, out of turn 15, on his way down to Catalunya, turn 16, to the start finish line. Sebastian Vettel, competing for the championship, is going to go 10th quickest, a 135.178. I believe Sebastian Vettel has had better days. We're going to see what he does now. I believe he pits, though, because he's very low on fuel. Everybody brings it back to the pit lane now. Sebastian Vettel running around. He's in lean, so he's on an end lap. Larry Arsenault, though, he's going around again. He wants more. I don't know if he's going to get more to the start finish line. Larry Arsenault goes second quickest, a 153.663. Half a second still off his teammate. So Sebastian Vettel was running into green, but he will be pitting this time by. And Larry Arsenault, can he do any better? Oh, he's out of gas. He's going to be on an end lap this lap. Never mind. Larry Arsenault works his way back to the pit lane, as everybody else has already. Trying to make it back around to the pit lane. I believe he will do so, but is running on very little fuel. Try to get everything he can out of that fuel cell. Less than a quarter of a lap left. He's going to be barely able to make it back to pit lane. And barely comes into pit lane with under 1/10 of a lap. So 4 minutes remaining here in Q3. At the moment, everybody set times on the intermediate tire. That looks to be their preferred tire for this session. Tyler Markle on the provisional pole, a 133.174. Larry Arsenault second, a 133.663. It's a Force India lockout on the front row. Looks like Lewis Hamilton at the moment will be third, Daniel Ricciardo fourth, Valtteri Bottas fifth, Fernando Alonso in his home Grand Prix sixth, Max Verstappen seventh, Nico Hulkenberg eighth, Max Verstappen seventh, Romain Grosjean eighth, Nico Hulkenberg ninth, and Sebastian Vettel in 10th. With just over 3 minutes remaining here in Q3, who will qualify on the pole? Will anybody else actually make another attempt at a lap, or is everybody done? We'll find out as we head closer to the end of the session. Just over 3 minutes remaining in Q3.
Two, one, zero. Go.
So much for that lockout.
Nope. 4 different cars in the first 4 rows. Or first 2 rows.
There's only one lockout in the entire top 10.
Amrabamba is not here for the start of the race.
Oh yeah, goddamn, my mic was muted. I muted my mic.
Don't see how I frickin' lost 4 spots.
Yep. Sebastian Vettel, championship contenders, will start first and second. It's a 16-point lead Vettel has into this race, and they're going to be starting on the front row. Who will lead the championship standings at the end of this race? Find out in about, what, 30 laps? 29, right?
34.
34 lap. Oh. It's a, it's a 68 lap race.
34 left first. Or you're talking about like the real one?
The real one.
I had no clue.
Because 34 times 2 is 68. If you set it on 50%.
I thought it was like 70.
70 will be 35. I can't remember the Spanish Grand Prix being 68. 68 laps. It's 66 laps, okay. And we are just moments away from the start of this Grand Prix, but first the drivers have to get warmed up, and they've got a formation lap to do that, not the reconnaissance lap. Our lovely Romain Grosjean has shown us that even the reconnaissance lap can be very dangerous. Anyway, let's go through the starting grid for today's Spanish Grand Prix.
F1 2018.
That would be interesting. So on the pole, second in the championship standings, Tyler Markle from Sahara, Force India. But you know who's starting right beside him? Championship points leader, Sebastian Vettel from Ferrari. In row 2, Lewis Hamilton from Mercedes and Fernando Alonso from McLaren. And in row 3, Larry Arsenault from Sahara Force India and Daniel Ricciardo from Red Bull. In row 4, Max Verstappen from Red Bull and Valtteri Bottas from Mercedes. Monaco has 78 laps. Nico Hülkenberg from Renault will start 9th in row 5, and Carlos Sainz from Toro Rosso. In row 6, Felipe Massa from Williams and Jolyon Palmer from Renault. In row 7, Lance Stroll from Williams and Daniel Kvyat from Toro Rosso. In row 8, Romain Grosjean from Haas and Kimi Räikkönen from Ferrari. In row 9, Pascal Wehrlein from Sauber and Stoffel Vandoorne from McLaren. And in row 10, Kevin Magnussen from Haas and Marcus Ericsson from Sauber. Back up front, Tyler Markle trying to regain voice communication with him. There he is.
There we go. Hello.
Yep.
Out of nowhere. That line down.
So here we
Just as I
go.
was about to drive up and say good luck.
A 33-lap Spanish Grand Prix. It's going to be one hell of a race. Number one reason, it's the championship battle up front. After this will be 7 Grand Prix remaining, but heading into this Grand Prix, Sebastian Vettel had a 16-point lead on Tyler Markle. 213 points for Sebastian Vettel, 197 for Tyler Markle. Third place, a little ways back, Fernando Alonso in his home Grand Prix. A 136 is a healthy amount of points, but he's in third. So you Spanish fans, it's time to be on your feet, because you know why? It's 5 red lights, and it's a lights out, and away we go. See, Tyler Markle get off the line.
Light and high Red
But
Bulls.
Sebastian Vettel does even better. Vettel will clear Tyler Markle into turn 1. There goes Lewis Hamilton on the outside of Daniel Ricciardo. Fernando Alonso dives to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide. He gets to the inside of Lewis Hamilton. Ricciardo backs up, and now he's going to be under attack from Valtteri Bottas. Bottas is under attack from Max Verstappen. Now side by side is Bottas and Verstappen. Here comes the Force India of Larry Arsenault looking down the inside, makes it 3 wide into turn 4. Arsenault will go ahead and clear Verstappen and Bottas. Verstappen off the track, and there's some debris flying everywhere. There's Felipe Massa up into 8th. And everybody looks to single it out as they head their way on through turn 7 now. Sebastian Vettel, championship points leader, now looking to add another 7 points to that. Put a 23-point gap out of this race at the moment. Everybody singles it out. Lance Stroll trying to do his best to get points. Lance Stroll has yet to get points this season. Right now holding up a great queue of cars.
He's the only one yet to get points, correct?
Lance Stroll's the only driver yet to get points this season. Right now in the 12th position. He's able to fend off from Daniel Ricciardo. I believe, no, that's Romain Grosjean. No, that's Felipe Massa also holding up. Yeah, Massa holding up a queue of cars. Massa into the pit lane as he has wing damage, I assume. Lance Stroll under attack from Romain Grosjean and getting a huge slipstream down the front stretch. There's Sainz and Hülkenberg under attack of each other. Grosjean looking to get around Lance Stroll. Stroll looking to defend on the outside as they head through turn 3. Stroll is up 2 spots from where he started. Stroll now looking to get a spot from Carlos Sainz. Has to set him up. Aw, you're just a hater if you want to call this boring.
Who did?
Some person named Ahmed.
Oh well.
Called the F1 boring or the race boring?
I guess he just said boring. Lance Stroll now under attack from Romain Grosjean. Felipe Massa down to 20th
Formula One.
after his pit stop for, I believe, front wing damage.
Who?
Felipe Massa. After Valtteri Bottas and Max Verstappen got into each other after...
Oh, Marco, what happened?
Kind of hit the gravel a bit.
So Tyler Markle loses second after trying to overtake Sebastian Vettel. Lewis Hamilton goes on by, and it's DRS is now enabled. See Larry Arsenault trying to overtake and actually completes the overtake of Valtteri Bottas. Tyler Markle now back down to 5th, and there he goes out of the party. We have lost radio from Tyler Markle at the moment, and there he goes. He's trying to reconnect it. Now Larry Arsenault up to the top 5. Tyler Markle back to 7th.
I really don't know why he keeps doing that.
Emerson would make a great auctioneer. I want to be a commentator in real life, but auctioneer is a great second. Oh, and Tyler Markle sends Valtteri Bottas off into the gravel through turn 8.
Well, I mean, if you want a happy medium between the two, you always could try horse racing commentary because they're pretty close.
So Tyler Markle brings it back up to 6, but Vettel leading this race is not what he wants.
Now, golf is quiet. If you actually sit down and
Tyler
try to
Markle
listen to
trying to fend
harness
off
racing
from Valtteri
commentators, you
Bottas.
probably can't understand what they're saying
Tyler
because
Markle
they
pulling
roll the end
over-
of their sentences.
Tyler Markle trying to pull away from Valtteri Bottas now, coming through turn 15 and heading his way through Catalunya, turn 16.
He's actually doing
Sebastian
golf.
Vettel sets the
What
fastest
is
lap
life?
of a 124.480.
Oh, God.
What is life?
Lewis Hamilton now 2/10 behind Sebastian Vettel and putting on the pressure, looking for a way around him. The Spaniard, Fernando Alonso, looking for a great result in his home Grand Prix.
I need other
over
commentary
a
back,
second.
please.
Fernando Alonso in 3rd place right now, looking for a great result.
There we go.
Here goes Daniel Ricciardo. He's in 4th place, and he sees a nice battle for the race leading up. Larry Arsenault in 5th, looking to get another win on the season. Felipe Massa with the fastest lap, a 124 point something. I was not able to catch it. So Tyler Markle, his season in jeopardy at the moment, back in 6th place, but looking to catch up to his teammate Larry Arsenault. And it's a 6-car battle for the lead. As you can see, everybody's queued up and ready to go, and Sebastian Vettel's leading it. I would say this is a 6-car battle for the lead anyway. It's getting closer and closer. You clearly see the leader just in front of this. Valtteri Bottas trying to join the party. So at the moment, Sebastian Vettel will gain 17 points on Tyler Markle right now. Larry Arsenault looks down to the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, gets into the grass. They go side by side through turn 2. Ricciardo on the preferred lane, but through turn 3, Arsenault has the preferred lane. Tyler Markle looks behind him, and this is going to separate them from the main battle for the race lead. Larry Arsenault still trying to clear Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo with the crossover on Larry Arsenault through turn 4. And Arsenault goes wide and off the track and around. He tries to keep the car under control. There goes Valtteri Bottas. He loses several spots, heads down to 7th, but at least he's still in the race. That was close to a DNF there from Larry Arsenault. Amazing car control from the Force India driver. Now if we look at the point standings, it would be a 26-point lead Sebastian Vettel has over Tyler Markle. Actually, it would be a 31-point lead Sebastian Vettel has over Tyler Markle, but Markle goes up to 4th trying to clear Daniel Ricciardo. He will do as he comes through turn 11 and 12. Tyler Markle now up to 4th place and clear and looks to contend for the race lead battle. At the moment now, Vettel would have a 16-13, that is 29-point lead over Tyler Markle. Markle is driving for his Force India career right now. I'd say the boss wants wins, not second places. Okay. Anyway, Tyler Markle now trying to bring it back within 1 second of the race lead, but you got a huge battle hitting up 3 cars under a blanket.
Oh, something just happened to Bottas.
Seems to be some issues from Valtteri Bottas off the radio of Larry Arsenault, but the top 3 are now under a blanket. Tyler Markle trying to include himself. Sebastian Vettel still fending off Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. The Spaniard wants to win in his home Grand Prix. Can he do that? See, the back wings are open on the Mercedes and McLaren. Vettel has no advantage. The sitting duck, Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari. Trying to extend his championship lead. Right now, it would be 29 points, and it's now 4 cars under a blanket for the race lead here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Lovely Spanish Grand Prix working lap 6 of 33. Out of front straightaway, Lewis Hamilton sets up for the overtake. Vettel with the defensive line. Hamilton looks to get around the outside. Vettel will clear Hamilton.
Ooh, contact. Contact again. Keep doing that.
Valtteri Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo continue to make contact. Here comes Larry Arsenault around the outside, looking to get to the outside of Valtteri Bottas. Carlos Sainz and Nico Hulkenberg battling for the 9th position. Bottas and Arsenault now going at it side by side out of turn 4. Verline and Magnussen battling each other. Verline up to 17th. Arsenault looking to clear Bottas. He will do so, but I was having to make a strike at Daniel Ricciardo. That's the word I guess I was trying to look for. I don't know actually what I was trying to look for. And now Tyler Markle looking to close in on the 3-car battle for the race lead. Lewis Hamilton right on the gearbox of Sebastian Vettel. Fernando Alonso watching from a slight distance, but Tyler Markle has the best seat in the house.
Dirtier.
Now Vettel extends his lead up to 7/10 of a second, but now Hamilton will still have DRS and will be able to set up Vettel for an overtake on the front stretch. But will it be enough? 7/10 of a second, now back down to 4. It's up to 8/10 as the back wing opens up. 3 back wings opened up behind that Ferrari. Hamilton will not be able to close enough. Tyler Markle is definitely fighting for his season. 29 points the gap at the moment. Lance Stroll back down to 15th place. Points looks a little more doubtful now for Lance Stroll, but not out of the question. Just a little bit more of a workload that Lance Stroll has put upon himself, falling back down to the 15th position. Now this 4-car battle for the race lead at the moment is not looking at any overtakes, so we're going to have a chance to go quickly reviewing the start of the Grand Prix. Vettel, Hamilton, and Alonso all up 1 spot from where they started because pole sitter Tyler Markle is back in the 4th position, down 3 from where he started. Ricciardo is up 1 as Arsenault is down 1. Bottas is up 1 as Verstappen is down 1. Sainz is up 1 as Hulkenberg is down 1. Grosjean is up 4 along with Kimi Räikkönen. Julian Palmer is down 1 and Van Dorn is up 4. Stroll is down 2 and Kvyat is down 2. Verline is neutral. Vettel and Ricciardo to the pit lane. This puts Lewis Hamilton out in front of Fernando Alonso and Tyler Markle. Now Sebastian Vettel onto the hards looking for the undercut, but can he make it to the end on the hard compound? This is the first time and will be the last time we see the hards used in a Grand Prix. Felipe Massa had pitted earlier in the Grand Prix. Vettel comes out in the 11th position right in front of Van Dorn. Has a slightly clear track in front of him. All he has is Julian Palmer to work with. Lance Stroll pits and now falls back to the 20th position. Possibly trying to do the undercut. Larry Arsenault up to the 4th position, but 7 seconds behind race leader Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton right now is 4th in the championship standings, but is that would be 81 points behind Sebastian Vettel. Hamilton has a lot of work to do if he wants to get back into championship contention. Larry Arsenault will be 83 points behind Sebastian Vettel. Right now, the top 3 leaders pit. Larry Arsenault stays out because he doesn't want to be held up by teammate Tyler Markle. This move puts Larry Arsenault to the race lead. At the moment, Vettel has 1 point. Sainz is 2nd. Here comes Hamilton out in front of Alonso and Markle. They will be racing on the pit exit.
Oh my god.
Vettel coming by on the outside.
I can't believe they wanted me to pit on the same lap.
Vettel and Hamilton side by side, but Vettel clearly wins the battle. 3 wide. Van Dorden, Palmer, Alonso backs out. And now Tyler Markle has heavy traffic.
That had to be the worst pitting strategy I've ever seen.
Tyler Markle now through the grass trying to get around Kevin Magnussen and will do so. Has to work on Pascal Wehrlein. Tyler Markle working hard to get around Pascal. Now it tells me Sebastian Vettel's on the softs. What? Okay, anyway. Tyler Markle dives down to the inside into turn 10. Can he clear Pascal? Oh, they make contact. There goes Pascal's left front of his wing after hitting the right front tire. Hamilton.
Alonso, my bad.
Hamilton's in 4th.
Yeah, he got the better end of this duel.
Come on, Kimmy, move your ass. Sebastian Vettel, a 122.888. And Vettel to the race lead. Lewis Hamilton to 2nd. Larry Arsenault to the pit lane. Moves Fernando Alonso to 3rd. Tyler Markle to 4th. Daniel Ricciardo to 5th. Valtteri Bottas to 6th. Here comes Tyler Markle to the inside of Fernando Alonso. This is 6 seconds back at the race lead. Tyler Markle goes wide. Looking for the sand pit, but doesn't hit it. Into turn 3 now. Looks to get an advantage back at Alonso. Several cars pitting. That moves Lance Stroll into the 13th position. So Lance Stroll now looking a little more at ease.
Oh, Verstappen, you hit me, you fucking dick.
Oh, and there goes Larry Arsenault into the inside wall out of turn 4. That's the short shoot from 4 to 5. And then we heard the radio from Larry Arsenault that Max Verstappen and him had made some contact. And as a result, Larry Arsenault is the big loser. Lance Stroll looking for some points may look at this as a crispy 12th place.
What are you gonna do when you have a non-driving idiot behind you that needs to calm down behind the wheel?
I can't tell if he's referring to Stroll or Verstappen from that one. So Sebastian Vettel has a 2.2 second lead over Lewis Hamilton, and another 4 seconds behind Hamilton is Fernando Alonso. Tyler Markle looking to get back around Alonso, was not able to that time. Kimi Räikkönen right now sat in the 10th position looking for 1 point. Kvyat gets a spot on Stroll. Verstappen at his finest, indeed. On board to Tyler Markle. Can he get around Fernando Alonso? He's got the DRS straight now. Tyler Markle tracking into green for his fastest lap. Going a little wide out of 9. He pick up the DRS, may look for a dive bomb into turn 10. He does not do so, but he does gain through the center of the corner. Now he's going to stay with Alonso through the rest of the 3rd sector and maybe get a chance to overtake him on the front stretch. Looks for a wider arc through the center of the corner, but Alonso gets a better drive off out of turn 12. Now to the chicane, into turn 14 goes Tyler Markle and Fernando Alonso. Alonso with a little drive out of 15. Now Tyler Markle in perfect position to set up Fernando Alonso to the start finish line. Tyler Markle 8/10 off his fastest lap now. To the inside of Fernando Alonso, side by side down the front stretch. Can he clear him? He will clear Fernando Alonso into turn 1. And now he's got his eyes set to gain 3.5 seconds to Lewis Hamilton. Right now, the championship lead will go up to 26 points. And there goes Tyler Markle out of the party yet again. We have lost our voice communication with Tyler Markle. But right now, the points lead for Sebastian Vettel will be 26 points if the race were to end at this moment. Tyler Markle just worked really hard to get around Fernando Alonso, and I am sure he does not want to give up that spot by trying to regain his voice connection to the live broadcast. I believe Markle would wait for another pit stop, provided he does make another pit stop. Raikkonen right now in the 10th position, looking to make 2 quick spots in front of him. Carlos Sainz and Romain Grosjean, 8th and 9th, right in front of Kimi Raikkonen. Raikkonen right now 8th in points, 97 points. There goes Tyler Markle back, reconnecting his voice back to the live broadcast.
What the fuck?
Tyler Markle voicing his displeasure over the radio. And now the gap is about even between Vettel and Hamilton and Markle, 3.3 seconds.
You got no pace after that incident.
Larry Arsenal not happy with the speed he's got in his car. Right now outside of the points in 12th position. Raikkonen with DRS on Grosjean. This is for the 9th position. Right in front of him is Carlos Sainz. But Grosjean with the gaining on Sainz does not allow Raikkonen to catch up. Just froze the rope and lets Raikkonen tag on. Lance Stroll right now holding up a queue of cars. That is not what he wants to see. Lance Stroll does not want to be at risk of losing any more positions if he's trying to get his first points of the season. You know, you gotta feel for Lance Stroll. He's fought hard all season, but has come up with little to nothing. And now to one race, he's shown some decent pace with the luck that happened to him in Q1. Lance Stroll looking at the moment to miss out in points, but we are just not even halfway through the race just yet. Now Tyler Markle looking to bring the gap to himself and Lewis Hamilton down within 1 second. Right now it's still 1.5 seconds between himself and Hamilton. When Tyler Markle can get to Lewis Hamilton, it's gonna be really interesting to see how quickly he can get around Lewis Hamilton and how much better his tires will be to catch Sebastian Vettel. Because we talk about this, but Vettel is on the faster compound, but Tyler has a more durable tire. So it's going to be interesting to see, do these tires even out to the point where it's going to be based on pure driver skill, or what will it be as Tyler Marko now approaches Lewis Hamilton? Can he overtake Lewis Hamilton is the first question, and then two, if he does and when he does, will Tyler Marko be able to make any gains on Sebastian Vettel? Tyler Marko has now brought it down within 1 second of Lewis Hamilton. He's going to have DRS on Lewis Hamilton this time by. The back wing is open on that Force India. Tyler Marko makes huge gains, but it's now 0.4 of a second between himself and Hamilton. He cannot stay behind Hamilton long if he wants a chance at Sebastian Vettel. Tyler Marko will have another shot to get around Lewis Hamilton in turn 10. DRS out of the exit of turn 9. Can he stay with Hamilton? Right now, it's half a second between himself and Hamilton, and the back wing is open on that Force India. He'll get close, but no cigar for that Force India. Can he stay with Hamilton through the third sector down, set him up for an overtake on the front stretch? Halfway through this Spanish Grand Prix, Vettel looking to extend a point lead from 16 right now to 26. If Marko gets around Hamilton, it'll be 23. Vettel to the pit lane, looking for another undercut. And now Tyler Marko looking to make the overtake for the race lead on Lewis Hamilton. Vettel onto the hard compound. And Larry Arsenault goes around in turn. Can't tell it. I believe that's turn 7. No, that would be turn 2. That's turn 2. Arsenault going through turn 3 now. Arsenault's day getting even worse and worse.
Box a slap.
And there you heard it. The Force India will be boxing this lap, but he is far enough to where he won't be stacking behind teammate Tyler Marko. Max Verstappen into the pit lane. Lewis Hamilton and Tyler Marko do not. So Tyler Marko now brings it down within 0.2 of a second between himself and Lewis Hamilton. Here they come down to DRS straightaway, turn 9. Arsenault might as well out F4. Tyler Marko to the inside of Lewis Hamilton will clear Hamilton through 11 into 12. New race leader Tyler Marko, but Sebastian Vettel is well within 20 seconds of race leader Tyler Marko and will definitely get an advantage on the undercut. When does Tyler Marko pit? Larry Arsenal now to 20th position. Nearly 1 lap behind race leader and teammate Tyler Markle. And a minute behind theoretical race leader Sebastian Vettel. Kimi Räikkönen up to the 5th position on Carlos Sainz. Räikkönen will clear Sainz out of 2. Now Tyler Markle pulls over a second on Lewis Hamilton, and there will be no more threats from Lewis Hamilton as of yet. And the points looking pretty hot in Tyler Markle's favor. Tyler Markle now looking to bring up to a 5-point advantage on Vettel at the moment, if those mediums can make it to the end and Vettel does not gain any more set spots. I am highly doubtful the mediums can make it to the end, considering that Vettel thinks the hards are the tire to go, and he just got off the softs. It's almost a game of chicken, but Tyler Markle looking to make it advantages because though Tyler Markle is on the less durable tire than Sebastian Vettel, Vettel is on the slower compound. Tyler Markle has more grip, therefore it can run faster, and now Markle is bringing it up to 18 seconds, nearly 19 seconds on Sebastian Vettel. Championship points leader in 7th, Tyler Markle 2nd in the points. The only other driver at the moment that looks like to be within championship contention is Sebastian Vettel. Now mathematically there's still a lot of drivers in the with a chance to make it, with a chance to win the championship mathematically, provided after this race there are, or entering this race there were 8 races remaining, if you can count this race. Hold on. I'm actually confused. Second. Alright. Anyway, here comes Lewis Hamilton into the pit lane. There. Yeah, there's 8 races remaining entering this race, and that means anybody entering this race within 200 points of Sebastian Vettel still has a chance. So mathematically, Van Dorn, Magnussen, Palmer, and Stroll were mathematically eliminated from championship contention. Felipe Massa barely will cling on, but now Vettel is up to the 3rd position, and now Tyler Markle's looking to make it a, give or take, a 10-point gain on Sebastian Vettel, which means Vettel would have a 6-point advantage leaving this race, provided Vettel stays in the said spot that Carlos Sainz has now on Vettel. Tyler Markle looking to bring it up over 20 seconds on championship point leader Sebastian Vettel. Right now it'll be 6 points Vettel has over Tyler Markle as we speak. Hamilton back onto the mediums. He thinks those mediums can go to the end now. Vettel on the hards. Now Tyler Markle working his way into pit lane now. A little slow on the pit entry. Stop has to be flawless for Sebastian Vettel. Tyler Markle, Sebastian Vettel is the one on the attack on the hards. Now Vettel being held up by Carlos Sainz. Sainz into the pit lane. Tyler Markle is down and away. Vettel's coming off of Catalunya now, down the front straightaway. It's going to be a race on the pit exit. Tyler Markle racing Sebastian Vettel. Vettel at full speed. Markle getting up to speed. Vettel to the race lead. Clear of Tyler Markle at the moment. But Markle on the faster compound tire. He's on the mediums. And he's right behind Sebastian Vettel. He's on the hards. For the points lead at the moment, it would be 23 points that Sebastian Vettel has over Tyler Markle. But Markle's looking to flip that around and make it down to 9 points Vettel has over Tyler Markle. This one position holds 14 points, depending on the way it flips. 7 points Vettel would gain over Markle, or 7 points Markle would gain over Vettel. 14 points is what can change, is what is up for grabs. Theoretically, as they battle for the race lead, this time by will be 10 laps remaining in the Spanish Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel leading Tyler Markle by literally less than a car length. Coming into Catalunya, Tyler Markle on the medium, Sebastian Vettel on the hards. Markle with the overtake attempt and the back wing open on that Force India for the championship. This is going to bring it within 9 points of Sebastian Vettel, but Tyler Markle can't clear Vettel just yet. He will clear Vettel into 1.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Kimi Räikkönen with the fastest lap. It's a 1:22.838. But Sebastian Vettel is not giving up just yet. He wants to keep this points lead at as big as he can. He's going to fight back on Tyler Markle. Markle goes wide through 5. And this gives Vettel more hope. Vettel cannot fall outside of 1 second of Tyler Markle if he wants to maintain his chance back at the race lead. And ultimately a bigger championship points lead exiting this race, but Tyler Markle is driving away. Here comes Sebastian Vettel, the back wing is open, drives it down into turn 10, just over half a second. 7/10 of a second as Tyler Markle leads Vettel all the way through sector 3. Vettel fighting hard to keep it within 1 second, so he has DRS on Tyler Markle through turn 14 and 15. It's over 1 second. Did Vettel get to DRS detection? The back wing is not open on the Ferrari, and Tyler Markle has officially pulled up over a second, a 1:22.625, the fastest lap set by none other than Tyler Markle, leading the race. And now Tyler Markle gains 25 points out of this race, and Vettel gets 18 points out of this race. Theoretically, a 7-point advantage Tyler Markle gets on Vettel out of this race, and 16 minus 7 is 9 points. So Sebastian Vettel's point lead at the moment down to 9 points. Markle goes wide through 4, and Vettel has another shot. What looked to be a huge mistake out of Tyler Markle may have brought Vettel back into within 1 second of Tyler Markle, and he continues to go wide. Vettel bringing on the pressure from even over a second back. Tyler Markle goes wide out of 9. The back wing was not open on the Ferrari, but if Vettel can stay with... Oh, Tyler Markle goes wide out of 10. Here goes Vettel, huge run. This is not what Tyler Markle wants to be doing. Now half a second between Markle and Vettel as they work their way through the rest of sector 3. Now 4/10 of a second. Vettel bringing on the pressure. Even on the slower compound, his compound is more durable. To DRS detection, Sebastian Vettel has the back wing open on that Force India. Looking to be gaining and gaining.
Oh, here we go again.
And Larry Arsenault goes around this time out of turn 3. Bad things gone worse for Larry Arsenault, and here he comes teammate Tyler Markle trying to wave the blue flag. Here comes Vettel to the inside of Tyler Markle, side by side for race lead, and there goes Tyler Markle around. They're spinning together. Lewis Hamilton goes through, and championship leaders first and second, and points go around.
Oh, I got an illegal overtake.
Entering turn 5. Tyler Markle gets back going before Sebastian Vettel. What just happened? No way that Tyler Markle and Sebastian Vettel just both spun out together coming out of turn 4. So Tyler Markle was distracted by teammate Larry Arsenault entering turn 4. gave the inside line to Sebastian Vettel, goes a little wide, trying to defend, comes down on Sebastian Vettel.
Oh, there's more problems.
Vettel had nowhere to go. Tyler Markle came down on Vettel. Vettel got into the grass and they both spun around on the way down to turn 5. Right now, Sebastian Vettel is in 11th and would gain no points out of this race. That is the biggest factor out of this spin. Vettel is in 11th. Tyler Markle is in 3rd. You know what that is? 3rd place gives you 15 points and would bring the championship lead down to 1 point. 1 point at the moment is the lead Vettel has on Markle. I am beyond shocked at the way these championship competitors have handled each other today. It was hard racing, but that was almost uncalled for. Tyler Markle really trying to defend hard and just turns too much on Sebastian Vettel. And now we're coming to this time 6 laps remaining in the Spanish Grand Prix. A win looks almost out of the eyes for Tyler Markle, but a win, on the other hand, is in the picture totally for Fernando Alonso. 2.7 seconds back of Lewis Hamilton, and very capable of closing that in. They're both on the medium compound. Wanted to go ahead and save that video clip. That is one of the craziest moments thus far this season. Championship leaders taking each other out. Anyway, Lewis Hamilton, 2.7 seconds is the lead he has over Fernando Alonso, the Spaniard trying to win in his home Grand Prix. Nico Hulkenberg and Carlos Sainz, the other Spaniard in the Grand Prix, not having a bad day himself. Looking at least for decent points and looking to get 7 from Nico Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg actually made the pass on Sainz. Sebastian Vettel looking to make an overtake on Max Verstappen. If he were to do this, this would be 2 points he would have over Tyler Markle. Sebastian Vettel trying to work his way back into the point standings. Back into points. Daniel Kvyat is on the gearbox of the Ferrari. Here goes Sebastian Vettel, diving to the inside of Max Verstappen into turn 10. Can he get there? Can he stay there? Out of turn 10, they're side by side. Through 12. Verstappen as the preferred line can stay with Vettel. They make contact on the way down to turn 13. Into 13, Vettel will finally clear Verstappen. Now Verstappen's under attack from Daniel Kvyat. Move Vettel up to 10th place. That is 1 point for Sebastian Vettel, and thus a 2-point advantage he will have at the end of this Grand Prix, provided everything stays the way it is. Now, Kvyat on Verstappen. This is not for points, but this is for 11. Kvyat will clear Verstappen. Fernando Alonso not making huge gains on Lewis Hamilton, as he really wants to win the Grand Prix, but it's not able to show it. Can the Spaniard of Fernando Alonso win in his home Grand Prix? 2.7 seconds.
You know what I'm surprised about? Nobody's actually gone out of theirs.
I should have, the amount of times I've had problems.
You don't want to count your chickens before they hatch, but I assume everybody now has made it within the 90% and will be classified no matter what finish, provided they don't, you know, DNF. So Tyler Markle is going to be making up time on Lewis Hamilton. It's now down to 8 seconds, but there is not any time. There's not enough time for Tyler Markle to gain that time on Lewis Hamilton. Fernando Alonso gains hundredths on Lewis Hamilton, but it's not going to be anything special. And now Daniel Kvyat goes up around Sebastian Vettel. Vettel back down to 11th and would bring it down back to 1 point Vettel would have on Tyler Markle. Did not see Kvyat getting the overtake done on Sebastian Vettel. That's exactly what happened. This time by will be 3 laps remaining in the Spanish Grand Prix. Vettel looking to get back to Kvyat because every point matters. Lewis Hamilton, 3 laps remaining. Fernando Alonso has not lost or gained any time on Hamilton. It's still 2.7 seconds. Tyler Markle, 7.5 seconds off of Lewis Hamilton. Daniel Ricciardo, 13. Valtteri Bottas, 16. Kimi Räikkönen, 17. Räikkönen looking to make the overtake on Bottas, maybe bring home a top 5. Nico Hülkenberg, 24.5, along with Carlos Sainz. And Romain Grosjean is 25. Daniel Kvyat, 33. And Sebastian Vettel, 33.5. DRS on the back wing is open on the Ferrari. Looking to get back around the Toro Rosso of Daniel Kvyat. Kvyat fighting for a point. So is Sebastian Vettel. Vettel looking for a championship lead of 2. Kvyat looking to keep him down at 1. Right now, it is almost certain Felipe Massa and Marcus Ericsson will be mathematically eliminated from championship contention at the end of this race. Right now, at the moment, Kvyat is fighting for that 1 point. You want to know why? Because Kvyat will still be mathematically eligible to win the championship after this Grand Prix if he gets this 1 point on Sebastian Vettel. Actually, no, he won't. He won't be. He needs more than 1 point. He needs 3 points. Kvyat needs 3 points to stay within mathematically eligibility of the championship. But Max Verstappen will be the last driver eligible after this race, mathematically, for the championship. Max Verstappen, 13th in points.
Where is Verstappen?
13th in points.
On track.
13th on track.
Wow.
Now 14th as Verstappen and Ericsson are going at it.
Oh, that's where he is. Okay.
Maybe Cody.
What is that?
Fortnite. Lewis Hamilton has started the final lap of the Spanish Grand Prix. 2.9 seconds he has over Fernando Alonso. Alonso has a good 3 seconds over Tyler Markle. Markle has another 8 seconds over Daniel Ricciardo and 3 seconds over Bottas. Bottas has half a second on Räikkönen, and here he goes. Räikkönen looking to gain on Bottas. Räikkönen with one last hoorah coming out of turn 9. Wendigo sponsored by Credit One Bank. There it is, yep. Sebastian Vettel fighting for 2-point lead over Tyler Markle. Looks to the outside of Daniel Kvyat. As I mentioned in practice, if you have the outside through 1, you have the preferred line through 2, and there he goes around the inside of Daniel Kvyat. It will clear Kvyat into 3. Now Sebastian Vettel has a 2-point lead on Tyler Markle at the moment. Now Kimi Räikkönen looking to get back around Valtteri Bottas, or get around Valtteri Bottas for 5th place. Here goes Räikkönen.
Shit.
Tyler Markle has gone around out of turn 10. What it looks to be
Palmer,
2 points is now 5 points, 8 points,
Palmer.
11 points for Tyler Markle. Now back behind Sebastian Vettel. And around he goes again.
Oh my god. The grass. 11
points right now. Vettel has on Tyler Markle, and it's now down to 17 points Vettel will have on Tyler Markle. Or 15 points, my bad.
Oh! Nice Stroll. Nice.
I'm not talking about this race.
Lewis Hamilton will
Stroll.
win the Spanish Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso
Okay,
second.
Stroll.
Daniel Ricciardo out of nowhere will get third. Valtteri Bottas fourth. Kimi Räikkönen fifth. Nico Hülkenberg sixth. Carlos Sainz in seventh. Romain Grosjean in eighth. Tyler Markle on track for third will finish ninth. And Sebastian Vettel 10th. Kvyat 11th, Van Dorn 12th, Verstappen 13th, Ericsson 14th, Magnussen 15th, Palmer 16th, Massa 17th, Lance Stroll looking for 18th, Verline looking for 19th, and Arsenault will look one lap down in 20th. Stroll and Verline and Arsenault trying to make it to the end. I am confused as to how the gaps are just trying to be slow. Arsenault will cross the line in second gear. Raikkonen did go from 16th to 5th on that race, but Tyler Markle went from 3rd to 9th on the last lap. In the last sector. There's the podium celebration. Lewis Hamilton on top. Fernando Alonso in his home Grand Prix finishing 2nd. And Daniel Ricciardo finishing 3rd. That's your podium, and here's a lovely podium celebration with the champagne.
You know, guys.
Tyler Markle will decline to answer any questions after that Grand Prix. So Lewis Hamilton out on top. Tyler Markle will get 1 point out of Vettel, bring it down to 15 points. It was looking to be a 2-point lead Vettel had on Tyler Markle, maybe even 1 point if Kvyat could get back around Vettel. And Tyler Markle spins coming out of turn 10. Goes all the way from 3rd to 5th. Go to 6th, and then spins coming through turn 12 and goes from 6th to 9th. I thought he was going to lose the advantage he had. But Larry Arsenault, he had what looked to be a decently promising day in qualifying. He qualified, what, 6th or 5th? And what happened? You finished 20th, 1 lap down. You were still classified, but what happened?
Well, we just kind of got a string of bad luck. I don't know what happened with Verstappen, but tried to send it in on me in turn 5 and spun me around, and we just never could regain, because once we got back going, the pace was just suffering and the gap to the car ahead was fluctuating, so I pushed a little bit to try to gain and just push too much in the same spot, spun it a few times, and just nothing was going our way. We struggled for pace really in practice under the similar conditions, and we just couldn't get the setup right.
Alright, I don't know if you can talk much about your teammates today, but I'm sure you heard he had a very interesting day. He was up front most of the day, not leading, but in battles at least for the race lead. Was battling championship points leader Sebastian Vettel. They both spun coming out of turn 4. This place you had spun out a lot. Is there anything you can say about turn 4? Is it just that difficult, or?
It's really about how you hit the X. Try to hug the curb on the inside and then kind of swing. You'll be alright, but if you try to take a little bit of a higher line through the middle of the corner, the car just seems to just want to push towards the grass a little bit, and if you allow it to push to the gravel, it's just gonna fishtail that car right around, and that's what happened on multiple occasions. I don't know if that was what happened when him and Vettel made contact, but I did kind of see a little bit of it, but I didn't see the initial contact. I just saw the spinning and somebody coming back across the track backwards.
I don't know what you also heard, but your teammate's battling hard to get his championship. Halfway through the final lap, he was about to have a 2-point disadvantage to Vettel, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the race, it's now 15 points. I don't know if you saw him spin. I don't know if you had any idea, but does this hurt your confidence that you run well and you had a terrible ending, or is it because you ran well that you'll keep pushing, or?
At the end of the day, I think motivation to push harder to prevent something like this happening again. We had good pace. My teammate had great pace. Probably a race-winning car for him. We were just going for a solid points day. But I don't know where we're, to be honest. I haven't looked at the schedule, but we'll be pushing a lot harder now because, you know what, I was behind Hamilton going into this race. Now he's at least a full race ahead of me. So I got a lot of work to do to catch up to him and a lot.
Yeah, they both finished first and second. And you got no points.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it sucks. It's a tough pill to swallow for sure. I knew we had a good car. We really had a good car. We didn't have a race-winning car unless we were in third when the leaders crashed, but we were already out of it at that point.
So I don't know if you want to hear, but what it looks like is that the constructor standings are going to be a lot tighter heading into Russia.
Yeah, hopefully it's not to where we're gonna lose our. We didn't have the greatest buffer zone going into here, and this was probably one of the worst places to have a very bad day for both cars.
Yeah, because Ferrari excelled. Both the drivers you're competing with in the point standings excelled, and looked like both of you were going to excel, but did not turn out that way. But thanks for at least staying to answer questions. Believe your teammate has gone off to his coach bus and is talking to himself.
Yeah, he's very frustrated to say the least.
Hey, thank you for your comments, and hope you all enjoyed. Next week we'll be in Russia. It is 15 points the championship lead Sebastian Vettel has over Tyler Markle heading into Sochi Autodrome, Russia. I'm Mr. Arden. I'm here with Larry Arsenal. Tyler Markle is taking off. He's on his way down to Russia now. He's ready to get back going. And we'll see what the championship has in store for us in Russia. 7 races remaining till a champion is crowned. It's 15 points between the top 2. We'll see y'all next week.